Welcome back. I'm coming to you live and direct without anything on my face besides the eyebrows, so that we can do like a summer bronzy look in preparation for summer, because if you live in Atlanta or if you're back home where I'm from in Connecticut, the weather hasn't been up to par. We still have been seeing like fall-like weather. Connecticut's getting snow. Here in Atlanta, it's been up and down. So I just wanted to bring some light, some bronziness, some color to my skin, and some color hopefully to yours. So if you want to see my bronze look, just keep watching. Bye. Right here, I'm just showing you guys that we're going to move to the eyes first. And we're going to take Night Thrills by MAC as a limited edition eyeshadow. We're also going to take Red Brick by MAC, and we're going to take some colors out of the Peanut Butter Jelly palette from Too Faced and use those in our transition. Use those in our crease as transition colors, excuse me. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm taking Red Brick. That's going to give me some warmth, and I'm putting that right above the crease area on both sides. I'm using a MAC, I think it's a 252 brush, 218, I don't know. I had that for so long. So I'm using that brush right there, and I'm just going to pop that again in both eyelid spaces above the crease as a transition warmth color. Just blend, 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 move back and forth in windshield wiper motions. Just make sure that they both look the same. Both eyes are kind of the same. You can always go back in once you just keep packing on that transition color, and once you put on your other eyelid color and then your crease colors and all of those, you can always take that brush again and just blend it out more. Then I'm taking that Too Faced palette. I think it's Peanut Brittle or something. It's the one in the further right corner of the palette. It's another warm color, and I'm popping that right in the crease, so right below that transition Red Brick by MAC. We're just going to pop that in the crease. It's a little darker. You see how it gives me a little bit more dimension on that side. So again, we're going to do that same technique on both eyelid spaces. And I took another blending brush. I think this one's by Sonia Kashuk, and she doesn't have numbers, I believe, but it's like a dome type of blending brush. And I'm doing that again, both eyes, and keep going back and forth until you get your desired color. Blend, 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 blend. And you can see that it kind of subdued that orangey red brick shade, and it made it a little bit more bronzy and brown. It gave me a lot more warmth and a lot more definition, and that's exactly what we're going for with this bronzy look. And I'm just showing you guys what it looks like when they're both blended. See, like I said, you take that same brush and the same little pigment that's left over on that brush, you just sweep it on in and make sure that the transition color, you didn't lose it, and that it also is even on both sides. Now I'm taking another Sonia Kashuk eyeshadow brush. It's just a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm taking that Night Thrills, that limited edition shade by MAC. I don't know if this is a Dazzle eyeshadow, but it is like it's almost like a pigment, pressed pigment sort of. I do get fallout with this one, but it's very pretty, and I don't know what collection that was from, but that's the same collection that the highlighter came out. Everybody's crazed over. I got that as well, but yeah. So I'm gonna just wet my brush. I took that Rose Water by Mario Badescu, and I wet that. And I just packed it on, and it just gave me a little bit more oomph in that shadow. And it gave me some tackiness so that I didn't get as much fallout as I normally would. That's just a very pretty shade. So I'm going to put that on both sides. Your bronze look is going to come together very nicely. Just keep it right on the eyelid space. So if you have hooded lids, try not to go above that because it will transfer into the crease area. My shadows tend to do this as well because I have that deep fold. But again, just do both. Do whatever you do on one eye to the other eye. Make sure that they're even, they look symmetrical, and that it just comes together beautifully. So yeah, you just pack on. I mean, you could have stopped before, but I'm just packing it on. Just get the desired color that you want out of that pigment or that shadow. I like it a lot more brighter because, you know, once you start going back and then blending, you might lose some pigment anyway. So I'm going to go back and blend. Make sure that I don't have any transfer on the crease area and that crease color wasn't lost in there. And I'm showing you guys how it looks. This is just a very, very nice bronzy look. I could use this every day. It can go with so many different lip colors. And I think it looks really nice with my white blonde hair. And it's just going to look really, really pretty when the sun hits you in the summertime. I'm taking, I actually don't know what that shadow is called, but it's in that peanut butter and jelly shade. Peanut butter and jelly palette, excuse me. And it's the second shade down. I think there's like a highlighters, but I'm popping that right in my inner corners of both eyes, just to give me a little pop, a little shimmer. It's not very overly shimmery, and it's not matte either, so it's just nice to just put that there. So now I'm taking the new Estee Lauder by the Estee Edit collection that just previously released in Sephora's. That's the Pore Vanishing Stick. I'm still trying it out to see if I like it. And I'm just going to put that right in my T-zone specifically because I have very enlarged pores. And I get very, very oily there, like a grease ball, chicken, whatever you want to call it. Just very oily. So I'm just going to smooth that into my skin. Like I said, concentrate it right in my T-zone, but then bring it outwards. And I'm going to take that Lancome Tint Idol Ultra 24-hour or 12-hour makeup foundation. This I just recently got. I like it. Do I think it's going to last 24 or 12 hours? Probably not, but it is nice. It gives you nice coverage. And it's a perfect fit and complexion shade match for myself. And I think that's 4W Bisque or something of that sort. And it conveniently comes with a pump, so any foundation with a pump is so easy. So I just put that right on the areas that I want it. And then I'm going to take a damp beauty blender. Again, I wet that with that same Arvidesque Rose Water. So I'm going to take my beauty blender and just blend it outwards, covering every part of my face and bringing it down to my neck so that it definitely is blended into your neck. You don't want a harsh line from your neck to your face. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to continuously just blend that into my face. Make sure that I get the coverage that I desire and that it's everywhere, and that any fine lines or any holes and cracks or any blemishes that I may have, I actually don't currently have them right now. But yeah, I'm just going to blend that in. Try to not get that on my hairline because that is a little bit more warm than my white hair right now. But yeah, so I'm just going to blend that in. And you see that it gives you a very, very nice medium to full coverage, I think. So yeah, just blending that in. And I actually did take the pigment out of my natural lips and put a little bit on there too. So my lips was looking a little pink. Yeah. So just make sure that you're getting all the crevices, like I said, and everywhere that you need to get. So I'm just looking in the mirror, making sure that it is actually blended out perfectly. And I think it came out nice. Now moving on to concealer, I'm taking the new Tarte Rainforest of the Sea concealer, and I actually really like this. This is in the shade medium. My camera wasn't focusing. I'm going to pop that right underneath the eyes. You can do your triangle. You can just do it in the bags, wherever you want to do it. You can do it in the bridge of your nose, wherever you want to highlight. I did get a lighter shade to highlight, but I'm really not going to do overly excessive highlighting right now with concealer. I'm going to do that with my my bronzer and my powder highlight, but not with concealer highlight today. And I'm going to blend that concealer out with my IT Cosmetics dual-ended brush. I'm going to take the concealer side. And I'm just going to buff that in. You can also use concealer just to clean off the edges and the corners of your eyes where you may have gotten fallout, or you want your little edge to be a little sharper, your wing to be sharper. That's a good technique to use concealer for as well. But like I said, I'm just going to buff that in. And I did put whatever excess I had on my brush just on the bridge of my nose a little bit because I didn't really want to put the concealer there today. I don't really struggle with dark circles. I do have slight bags, but I don't really have a problem under eye area. Knock on wood, please don't let me have one. So I'll be back. I had to go get my under eye setting powder. I thought I had something. I didn't have banana. I didn't have Laura Mercier. But again, I went and got the Laura Mercier setting powder in translucent. And I'm going to just put that underneath, let it bake a little bit. But make sure my first layer is actually set in before I bake. And I'm just going in, putting more, like I said, so that I can bake with it. I like to do layers. I like to put my first layer on and set that in and then put a second layer on to bake. Then I'm going to move on to slight contour. I don't do harsh contours. I like to be a little bit more bronzier. But today I decided to contour with the Espresso by the LA Girl Pro Concealer. Yeah, I was looking for the name. I think that's Espresso or Cocoa, one or the other. But yes, I'm just going to squeeze that out and contour and chisel a little bit. And if I look outside, it's because it was my blinds were open, so people were looking in. So yeah, this helps you give it a precise line. It looks a little bit harsh, but once you blend out everything, it's honestly a beautiful concealer to contour with. It gives me a lot of warmth, but not so orange. And it's easy to use because it has that squeeze 2-pointer applicator. So I think it's excellent. And what is it, like $1.99? That's a bargain. So yeah, I'm just going to chisel out my cheekbones and do some little nose contouring and some temple contouring as well. And then I was going to blend that out with a damn beauty blender. But then I decided on that IT Cosmetics dual-ended brush that I use for my under eye. Oh, I lied. I used my other IT Cosmetic brush that came in that pack that I got the other brush from. And it kind of reminds me of the NARS Ita, but then I can't say because I don't have a NARS Ita, but to me it looks like it, and it works really well. It's very fluffy. I don't get shedding or hairs with the IT Cosmetic brushes. They're very, very good. You can get those at Ulta. So you see how it's blending perfectly out. It's not harsh anymore. It gives me a nice shadow. Very, very nice. Blend it up, not downwards. And then I'm going to do the same thing for my head, forehead, and the temples. And then that's where I made a mistake. I took that same dual-ended IT Cosmetic brush that I use on my under eyes and I'm just removing here, I'm sorry. But yes, I use that dual-ended IT Cosmetic brush for my under eyes to blend out my nose contour. That's what I was trying to say. So you see I got some color and warmth to my face. It's not harsh. It's very nice looking, very natural. This, when the sun hits it, it's going to look very pretty. And I did decide to take that same brush and blend it out just to my desired liking, I guess. It didn't do much, but I don't know. I was OCD and I just wanted to do a little bit more blending. I was going to take the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer, but I opted for the Lorac Tantalizing Bronzer because it has a little bit more shimmer, a little bit more. It's not as orange as the terracotta. It's brown, so I thought it looked really nice over top of that Espresso LA Girl concealer. So that's what I'm gonna pop on my face, right above everywhere I did my contour. This look is just going to look very, very nice in the summer, and that's what I was going for. I needed to feel like summer again. I needed to feel like I was in Miami on the beach, and that I just had a natural tan. So again, I took e.l.f. Cosmetics brush. I think it was like $5. It's one of their newer ones. It's very dense, but it has a shape like for bronzing, I think. I'm pretty sure it's called a bronzing brush. But I love that brush, and I was just putting that Lorac Tantalizer on, like I said, right above those contour places. Again, now I'm going to take the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder again, and I'm going to clean up my contour. So I'm going to just pop that underneath the contours to make it a little bit more sharp. And I guess I didn't pick up enough product, so I went back in. And I'm going to try again. This just helps if you take your bronzer contour down. Like I said, blend up, not down. But sometimes, you know, you can't help it. And if you went down a little bit, you want to clean it up. Take a translucent setting powder and put it underneath it. It would just create the illusion that you're just perfect at contouring and bronzing. You got that sharp line, honey. So yes, that's what I'm doing now. And I'm going to let that just bake a little bit. And I actually, for today, I didn't use any overall face setting powder. I usually use the Dual Matte by Makeup Forever. I use my Pure Cosmetics Mineral Foundation, powder foundation, or I'll use the Studio Fix powder foundation. But today I didn't. I just wanted it to, I want to see how this foundation does a test by itself without being set, because I haven't used it by itself to see. And because I wanted this, I didn't want a matte look, but I did want a little more glowy, bronzy look. So I didn't want to mattify everything out with the powder. So yes, so I'm just taking a big Real Techniques powder foundation brush, I guess, and I'm just gonna take all of that Laura Mercier translucent powder out and just blend everything and take away that bake and all that other good stuff. So that's what I'm doing here. And this foundation looks beautiful on camera and in photos. And the Lorac Tantalizing Bronzer, I don't think I use it enough, but I'm definitely going to reach for it this summer. Oh, the good part, the highlighting part, the best part of it all. I just actually today got that Makeup Revolution. It's called a Strobe Balm, and I think it's called Hypnotic. Let's see. Yep, Hypnotic. And it's a gold. It looks white, but it's so gold and it's so beautiful. And it's like $7. So if you got an Ulta and they sell Makeup Revolution, go see if they have this, because this is bomb. So I'm going to pop that on my cheekbone. And at first you didn't see it, but you're going to see how beautiful it is. And I like to do cream highlights and then layer them with like a powder highlight or something, just to give it like extra oomph. See, you see that? Oh, beautiful. So bomb. They actually got another one, and I got that one too. It's a more pink color, but this gold, whew, stole the show. And like I said, it's so inexpensive. But yes, I'm just popping that, and I'm going to keep popping that because I want to be highlighted for the gods. I want to be bronzy. I want to be glowy. I want to look like I said, I just got off of the beach on Ocean Drive in Miami. Like, that's how I want to look. So I'm taking a MAC Pro product that I got from New York a while ago at the Pro store, and it's called Gold, and it's a loose powder. And I mean, I think I paid $25 for this, and I still got a whole jar full. I need to reach for it more because it's bomb too. But I got so many highlighters, but this one is so amazing. It's literally called Gold, and it's exactly what it says. It's gold. You get so much product. I had one highlighter to use. I probably would use this for the rest of my life, but because I'm a highlighter junkie, I don't reach for it as much as I should. But yes, I'm popping that right over top, and it just intensifies that Strobe Balm by Makeup Revolution 20 times. Like, it's bomb. And there's no such thing as over highlighting. I'm sorry. So if I look like I'm a disco ball glowing, then I achieved my look. Do you see that highlight though? Forget everything else I did prior, but look at that highlight though. Yes. You see, I'm feeling myself. That highlight was too popping. Alright, I keep doing something with my tongue because there's something on my tooth that was irritating the heck out of me, but I'm going to move on to my mascara. I don't typically do false lashes, but when I do them. But I'll get like a bomb mascara and put that on and keep layering that until I get the desired look. I have eyelashes. They're not as long as I would like or curly as I would like, but mascara does a trick. And this is Perversion by Urban Decay. It's a sample size that I got from like Sephora order, I believe. But yes, I'm popping down my eyelashes on both top and bottom lashes. And it does a trick for me. I didn't need lashes, and in my opinion. I mean, lashes would have looked nice. And if you like lashes, I pop them on. Hey, do you, but I just didn't feel like it. So I'm just going to keep layering that until I get what I like. I can't leave the house without mascara. Mascara just brings life to my eyes because, like I said, my eyelashes naturally are pinned straight and they don't curl and they look kind of non-existent, but they're there and they just need help from mascara. So I'm going to move on to lips. I'm taking Burr, whatever. No, actually I lied. This is Costa Riche. And I'm going to pop that in a waterline. That's a nice warm brown. I didn't want to do black and I didn't want to do nude. So I opted for this like reddish brown. And it actually looks beautiful on brown eyes. And it looks beautiful against gold. So it was perfect. Be careful. Don't poke yourself in the eye. See, it looks very nice. And it came together beautifully. Now I'm moving on to lips, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe now? Okay. So yes, I'm going to take Burr by MAC, and I'm looking for it apparently because I can't find it. I'm back, and Burr by MAC has made its appearance finally. It's a cream stick lip liner, and I'm irritated, and I finally just had to get it off my tooth. But yes, I'm taking that, and I'm going to line my lips. I don't overline. You can. I think I might have a little tad, but I think my lips are naturally bigger or nicer, I guess. I don't really need to I don't have a reason to overline, but yes, I'm just going to line my natural lip line with that color there. And it's a nice rosy brown. It's very, very, very pretty. And I could have just left that there and just filled my whole lips with that lip liner and been happy, but I wanted to do something with a little bit more peachy gold and a lot of shimmer because I want it to glow, and I even want my lips to glow. So I am using glitter on the lips, and I'm using this Borghese lipstick that I got from Lord & Taylor. I don't know what it's called, and it wasn't going to focus anyways. But it is a peachy with a lot of gold glitter. Very pretty. So I'm just going to pop that in, or pop that on rather. That peach just brings together that gold on the lid, and that over highlighted cheekbone is gonna look bomb. So yes, you see me feeling myself. And I'm gonna take, I didn't know whether to take a limited edition MAC lip glass or this Napoleon Perdis lip gloss that I got from Ulta a while back when they were discontinuing their products, and they're both gold with glitter or some kind of glitter. So I just popped that Napoleon Perdis one in, which is very gold and very glittery, and it just tops that lipstick off perfectly. But I couldn't stop there. I took that other MAC lip glass color, I don't even know what it's called, and it's another glittery lip glass, and I just put that right in the center because I want it to be plump and be extra, extra, extra glittery, glossy, just to tie in with everything. So now I'm finished. I'm trying to show off, fix my hair, whatever. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.